Hey folks, how's it going? This is Liam coming in from the future. As you can see from this camera angle, I slightly messed it up. We're obviously back recording at the Cambridge space for this episode, and I just didn't set stuff up as thoroughly as I would have liked, just because of time and stuff. So we're not going to use this camera angle because otherwise I wouldn't be visible in this episode. So we'll swap to the other one. I don't know why I felt the need to come in here and preface that, but I have. Enjoy.
Okay, recording.
It is now recording.
Yeah.
Because it said recording at the top, but what it meant was this is the tutorial for recording. I don't need that. What I need is for you to be recording. Ben, pick a number.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome back to the Conversation It's a Trap cast. Oh no.
Like Star Wars.
Like in Star Wars, with your hosts Porky Pearson and Liam E. Coyote, with our guest Tasmanian Devil. It's Looney Tunes. I'm doing Looney Tunes.
Oh, that was quite good.
Thank you so much. I put so much work into that. I couldn't find...
And I'm so glad you said Tasmanian and not Tasmanian. I appreciate that a lot.
Because otherwise it wouldn't be you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. The amount of people that call me Taz. Oh, it's so annoying.
But that's not how your name is spelled or pronounced.
No.
So why?
I don't know.
Why is that?
I think people have an association with Taz in their mind, and so that's where they end up going to.
Taz, I'm thinking of Tazos, but I can't remember what Tazos were. Were they like...
Weren't they like Pogs?
Were they the Pogs that had the little dents in them so you could build like Meccano Pog towers?
That does sound familiar.
I think...
Right? Tazos.
Yeah,
that does sound familiar.
I have the word Keenie in my head now. What's a Keenie? Keenie's the really huge pog that you use to knock over a tower of pogs.
Wow, you remember this
Wow,
childhood game
you're
a
a
lot.
pog connoisseur. That wasn't...
A pognoisseur? Don't like the feel of that. That sounds weird.
I just collected them and had them in the folder. I don't think I played with them because I didn't have friends.
No, I played with them by myself. That's why I remember all the names. But not the names of any people.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much. Hi. Hello.
You're busy at the moment, right?
Yeah.
You've got some TV stuff going on. You're currently on tour, and you've got a podcast out now or starting soon.
Probably by the time people are listening to this, it'll be out.
I'm hoping this will be out not tomorrow, but the following Sunday.
So yes.
I have
a
wicked.
podcast out
Cool.
now. Yes.
Dang.
Yes. I don't know how it's doing.
I imagine
because
fine.
we are recording this 2 days before it's out. So yeah, we're smashing it.
Yeah, of course.
Number
Number one on the charts.
Get rid of that Seth Rogen guy. Is it
It's
Seth
me.
Rogen?
It's Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. Yeah.
Seth Rogen as well, though. Get rid of him.
Yeah, get rid of him as well.
Make way, Rogans. So that's with your other half, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Who's currently mooching around Cambridge somewhere.
Oh, lovely.
Very nice.
There's lots to mooch here.
It's nice weather for it as well.
Nice weather for
It's
mooching.
not a bad day. Like, you were here 3 years ago.
Yeah.
We worked
Yeah,
out.
Just outside this building.
We were
the same
outside.
building,
We did
yeah.
it in the garden.
Did it in the garden. Without video, so we can't prove it.
I think there's a photo of us somewhere.
There might be a photo of us. Yeah, I remember there's a couple episodes that have just got nice little bird noises in the background, and it's either because we were outside with you or it's too hot so the window was open.
Professional.
Yeah, professional space. We're back in the Cambridge space. We normally record in Norwich these days. That's why it doesn't sound like there's a metal band in the room next door.
Yes. They do like to practice. Which is fine. We go to a music studio to record this podcast, but
Yeah.
How dare they?
How dare they use
I
the
know, why
space
don't-
for its intended purpose? So you've got the podcast coming out, now. You've got some TV stuff going on as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got... I recorded... I was on SAS Who Dares Wins.
I'm really looking forward to that.
And spoilers. Well, I shouldn't give spoilers, but the tone of that would suggest how well I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think a tone of voice can break an NDA, can it?
Yeah, I'm not SAS material. They weren't rushing to sign me up to the real
you
thing.
not? Okay.
No, but it was a lot of fun.
What's the recruitment rate from Celebrity SAS?
I think so far it's been 0.
Okay.
But you know,
Yeah.
but you never know.
Well, it could all just be a ruse.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe it's been 100% success rate, and now
99.9% because I didn't get caught up.
Or you're doing a really good job at pretending.
Yeah, true.
They didn't snatch up Matt Hancock after he was in it then?
No, he's too busy going to other parts of the world, recording TV shows.
Oh yeah, of course he is. Oh.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he doing more things?
He was on I'm a Celeb, wasn't he?
Oh,
Yes, of course. It's the one thing I like about this year is that I haven't heard the name Matt Hancock in some time.
Yeah, well, up until now.
Yeah,
We just put that
You've
back
said
in,
it like 3 times.
yeah, put that back in readers' heads.
I miss him.
Listeners' heads.
so much.
I miss COVID a little bit, a tiny bit. I miss lockdown a little bit.
There's elements of it I do kind of miss,
Yeah.
but like,
I liked sitting in the garden in the sun for weeks going, I'm getting paid 80% of my wage for this. This is cool.
An enforced break for everyone. I wouldn't mind one of them every 10 years.
Yeah.
Everyone just off
Just a
work
little
for 6
reset.
months.
Everyone just calm down, learn how to use Zoom again.
And because no one's at work, you don't feel like you're missing out or falling behind or anything.
It's the guiltlessness of it as well that I sort of really miss. Like, I can have a day off now, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, mate, you really shouldn't be having a day off. You should be busier than this.
Right, everyone, no more face masks.
No more face masks.
No washing of hands.
Yeah.
Go around, cough and sneeze on people. We need to get this.
Let's get the ball rolling again.
Build the immune systems back up. Come on, guys.
Yeah, we need this country to have another lockdown so we can all just have a breather.
A breather.
A breather. Oh. A breather while we can.
On your own, within safe distance of other people.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the NHS can handle it. I don't hear much about them these days. I reckon it's fine.
That might have been why we did it outside last time. It might have been because of COVID. It was 2021.
2021. Oh,
yeah,
might
so
have
we were just coming out. It was lingering.
Oh, well, weren't we being precautious and sensible?
Could be. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Now, back to the point. Everyone make another lockdown happen.
Yes, please.
I want another series of Staged.
Oh my god, yeah, I wouldn't mind, actually.
I did like that in lockdown.
Although I did sort of hate the amount of, like, the years following lockdowns, the amount of stuff that was released based on, like, Zoom or, like, a Zoom equivalent. And it's like, this is what I was living through day to day. I don't need this in my media now that we don't have to have it in. Like, when everyone was literally at home, fine. But now we're not. I want to see, like, bunches of people, like, breathing on each other. That's what I want TV to be.
No.
No, you don't want to see the close-knit group of strangers breathing on each other show?
That sounds like something that you should enjoy alone.
No, I want to enjoy it in a closely packed group of people.
On the bus.
On the bus. Yeah.
Cinema.
Oh, the cinema. Yeah, the mouth-breathing cinema. That's what I want.
I don't want to go there.
And you're also on tour.
Yes. Which is why I'm in Cambridge today.
Which is why you're in Cambridge
Yes.
today, yeah. Because we refused to travel to you. We just didn't want to.
Yeah.
So you're Cambridge today. So I think this will come out, like I said, a little over a week. I think shortly after your Peterborough date. Is there like a little break in the tour of a couple days or something?
Well, I go out most weekends.
Okay, yeah.
And then sort of most Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays I'm off.
Yeah.
So it's generally every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and the odd Wednesday, the odd Sunday.
Cool.
Yeah.
And as I was looking at we bought tickets for this show ages ago, and it literally only occurred to me today that the tour name may have been a reference to Man Like Mobeen.
Oh, yeah.
Literally this afternoon, I was
'cause
like,
it doesn't start after 8, it starts at 7:30.
oh no.
There's nothing to do with the time.
Will you be serving after dinner mints as well?
Spoilers. No.
Oh, okay.
I just copy the font.
Yeah, fair.
Just for
Brilliant.
the title has no bearing on what the show is, because at some point you just have to have a title.
Yeah.
And then
is
you're
true,
like,
yeah.
that sounds something that people can attach
peop-
something on. People can project something onto that.
Yep,
People have seen the show or people have had the chocolate.
Yeah.
that's true. I don't think there's a single person alive that hasn't either seen Man Like Mobeen or eaten that chocolate.
I have, since you were last on, I have finished, or at least caught up with Man Like Mobeen.
Yes.
Spoilers. I have never found myself wanting a 12-year-old girl to be shot more.
The amount of messages that I got, which are like, why couldn't you have been her? Like, you can't shoot a 12-year-old girl at the back of the head on a BBC comedy show. Shouldn't have been shooting me in the back of the head on a BBC comedy show either, but, you know, if you had to
If you have to pick one or the other.
you pick one or the other,
But
yeah.
I was just like, oh no.
Especially
this
this
is...
hamster with a 12-year-old girl, yeah.
Yeah. I was just like, oh no, I don't I don't want her to die.
Yeah, neither of these are good.
But out of the two,
But out of the two, I don't know. I want some more eight.
she's coming tonight.
Is she?
Yeah, so you can tell her in person.
Oh, no way.
Oh, no.
Why couldn't it have been you?
Why didn't you get
And
shot?
she's like, what? Yeah, she'll be at the show tonight.
Nothing
So
personal. We all
tell her,
hoped you'd
you can
die.
tell her in person. I might mention it actually.
He's just, boo!
Yeah, no, I'm going to mention it. I'll mention it on stage.
Oh, no.
Good. I look forward to that.
Yeah.
So welcome to the last episode of the Conversation Podcast.
Before what we know as the event. Shall we just jump into it? We've got a much larger hat than we normally have. Ben, what style of hat is this today?
That's not a stovepipe, is it?
I asked you because you're the hat expert.
It's like a top hat, but not quite. Somewhere between top hat and pilgrim.
I'll just call it a bowler hat, but it's not a bowler hat because it's not round.
Well, that's around. Yeah, I suppose so.
You could wear this to bowling.
Wouldn't you have to modern gentlemen take off their hats when they bowl, don't they?
I'm not the one who knows things.
But I'm making that up. I'm bullshitting. I don't know what
I
modern
know they
gentleman
wear
does.
space helmets.
What wonderful. We were talking earlier
I
about Ben.
thought they threw down the lane, but okay.
We were having a conversation earlier about Ben not being able to yes and that was some good yes anding.
Okay.
Yes.
Eventually.
And thank you. Tez, please.
Okay, let's go. Okay, I've picked something, and it says on it, and then I can eventually unfold it.
Yes, they're very tightly knit.
Ooh, you wake up in an unfamiliar place. No phone, no people. How do you get home?
Oh.
And that is from Lena.
Lena, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
How do you get home? So no phone, no people spoils my first two guesses.
I mean, it depends how unfamiliar the place is, because if I'm in an island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, then my chances and my options are severely limited.
You're going to have to survive if you're on like a little desert island.
And get them stones and do an SAS thing,
Yes.
art
Yeah.
attack on the...
Do the big art attack.
SAS art attack on the beach.
Neil Buchanan has prepared me for this.
Yeah, like, someone's flying around going, that's when Neil Buchanan ended up. Wondering where he'd gone.
Good for him. I hope he's well. Anyway, off we go.
Yeah, good for him. That's one. I haven't seen one of those in ages. So are we going to set any parameters of where we might be, or
Well, because I
where are we?
suppose if it's
assume I don't have my car.
presumably no car. Well, we don't know. Your car could be underneath you. It could be above you. We don't know.
Or could be in it.
You could be in your
could be
car.
in the
Could
car.
be wake
True.
up in my car.
Yeah.
So if you've got your GPS,
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't drive.
Okay.
And for some reason I was in the woods.
Okay.
Right.
You've made this much more difficult.
I
than it
know,
needs to
well,
be.
I didn't say where I was or wasn't.
Yeah. Could you not tell by the kinds of tree what part of the world you're in?
Oh, the red fern.
Yes, if I'm surrounded by like
Canada.
giant sequoia, I go, well, I'm very far away.
Or some sort of jungly type.
Yeah, I might be
Yeah.
able to figure out like what hemisphere I'm in depending on the trees, but that won't help me get home. If I wake up
Find
and
your toilet and flush it and be like, northern
Which
hemisphere.
way does it go?
if you're in the woods, you're meant to find like a stream and follow it down,
You follow
because
the-
then you'll either get to civilization or the sea.
if you follow the direction of the travel, then you'll get to the coast. That makes sense. Yeah.
But I'd be stuffed if I was like in the middle of the Amazon rainforest. I'd listen out for the burning.
The sounds of deforestation.
For Mother Gaia crying. That's what I'd listen out for.
I mean, assume I'm going to have a car.
Yeah.
Or even if I didn't have a car, just travel in a direction
Yes, pick a direction and go.
and hope that at some point you do come across someone. Presumably this is not a world where everyone has disappeared. So there are people
Yeah, then that's a different...
somewhere. There'll
Yeah.
be people, whether it takes you half a day or 2 days of walking or driving.
Yeah.
Eventually you find someone, then find out where you are exactly, and if you're still in the same country, then you probably can borrow a phone and be like, can someone please pick me up?
Please help.
Yeah.
Please help.
Yeah.
If you're, I was going to say, like, if you're just driving, like, there's a 50%, no, there's a much higher likelihood that you'll be driving on the wrong side of the road. No, there's not a higher likelihood.
It's 50-50.
It's 50-50. Yes, but it's not 50-50. I was going to say 50-50, but most of the world, they drive on the
Wrong side?
The wrong side.
Yeah.
Speaking as the
right side, as they call it.
the right side.
Literally the
Speaking
right.
as the country that didn't invent the car, yeah, everyone else is on the wrong side. So it's.
Okay.
But then that doesn't help. You could get pulled
You could
over
look
by
for
the
road
police.
signs and traffic. Like, what's that
GeoGuessr.
GeoGuessr game?
Do you know GeoGuessr?
I've seen the guys on TikTok just guessing
Just
a place based on
immediately.
a grain of sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's going, no, that's that ocean, that's that little island of New Zealand in the Pacific Ocean. And you're going, what? Have you done that?
I couldn't even find that on a map, and you've
Yeah.
just told me where it is.
Yeah.
Ooh, green hedge, coat their own.
Yeah. So I guess walk in a direction until I find a person. Hopefully
Yeah.
they speak a similar language, or we can communicate in some way.
I think even if I heard someone speak in a language that I didn't recognise, I could make a pretty good guess as to which bit of the world I'm in.
Yes, I think so.
Unless there is just one random Filipino family in the middle of Kansas. There might be. I don't know. I've not been.
Yeah, because you kind of somewhere, and the people that you come across are not native
Yes.
to that land. And then you're like, oh, I mean, yeah, like Philippines, and you're not. You're in
Yes.
Swindon.
Taunton.
Yeah, because the thing with GeoGuessr, they always look out for road signs to try and determine the language. I suppose the game there is to guess where you are. You don't have to get home. So, like in our version, you'd have to try and use the road signs to get to a city or any
So
other people.
at least find out where you are.
At least find out
Yeah.
where you are.
Because if you're in Britain, you could
walk it.
home, even though that would take a while. But if you're not, then at some point you turn in your passport,
Yeah.
unless you're going to smuggle your way into the country.
I always think, have you seen Race Around the World?
Not about know of it.
I'm a big fan of that show, but I think it would be much more adventurous if you didn't give these people passports. So he has to just like smuggle their way
Yeah.
in, like
Get from Russia to France.
Back of a van.
yeah.
Just, yeah.
Yeah, and then there were 17 immigrants, and then a TV crew.
Oh, I love. Yeah,
One of the members have busted underneath a bus.
there is like one of the more recent series of Race Around the World. They do like an episode that sort of shows the behind the scenes stuff, and there's just like a little red van of like film producers that follows them around, and there's like 8 of them per team. It's so many dudes. Like I think 3 or 4 camera people, so one of them can have a day off in the van, I guess, and then it's usually pairs. If they go separate directions, they still have a camera person each, and they need like a medical professional, they need a director, they need someone doing all the paperwork.
And this is like the Bear Grylls TV show. It's like, yes, it's impressive he's doing that, but there's someone with a camera strapped to him
Yeah, yeah.
doing the
Following
same
him.
thing.
Yeah. I always wondered that about the show Hunted.
Right. Yes.
Because I would love to have a go at that.
Yeah.
And I always think, well, the camera guy's a dead giveaway.
Yeah. What if they see the boom mic sticking over a bush?
Yeah. Because if you need to hide,
Yeah.
well, do you not make your boom mic sticking out of the hedge?
Maybe the hunters are told that it's like, you know how like stagehands, they wear all black, so you're not meant to be able to see them.
Yes, if you see them,
Okay,
but then you kind of like
ignore it.
You,
I don't know.
Well, I can see the crew over there, but I'm meant to
Yes.
ignore them, so I
right.
suppose I'll go
so I know
somewhere
I'm in the
else.
right place.
what you want to do is find out where they're filming Bridgerton, and just go hide there because there'll be loads of camera ops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hiding in plain sight.
hiding in plain sight.
What are the rules in that? Because I don't watch most reality TV, even ones that I feel like I have fun on. What are the rules? Can you just go to a place and just stay there?
Pretty much.
I think so.
It's I guess the idea is
So you don't have to keep moving.
No, you don't have to at all. It's just whether you think staying in one place will give you better odds of staying hidden or being found.
Because I feel like I would pick a random mosque in the country
Yeah.
and just stay there.
Yeah.
What are the chances they'd find me
Just-
in a mosque in Kettering?
I suppose it depends how, like, if they get desperate, they start like offering rewards for like tips on if you've seen this person, and it's always actually, have you seen a camera crew following a
I feel
person?
like if I was in a mosque, though, I'd be like, come on.
And you have to take your shoes off when you go into a mosque,
Yeah,
right?
which is fine, but they're just
so,
shoes.
So then there's a little bit of a gap. So if they come in, if you
Yeah, if
see
you see
them,
'em.
Yeah.
you've got a couple of seconds to come up with a plan while they take the shoes off.
Yes.
And you slip out
Yeah.
the back.
Have some reserve shoes in the exit.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah,
right. next series of Hunted, if they don't all just go to mosques.
Yeah.
Wasted opportunity.
Like a homeless shelter. And just be like, right, I'm staying here for a month.
That would be good. Just go somewhere full of people and just like, no, hide in plain sight.
Like we're making a documentary about what it's like to be homeless.
Yeah.
And so we're just having a go.
Just having a go at being homeless.
Yeah.
Just giving it a try.
Yeah.
There's a Michelle Brazier, former guest of the podcast, sketch about Hunted. Because presumably there's like an Australian version that we haven't seen, or maybe they're just like the UK version.
I think stuff like that, Race Across the World, Taskmaster and things have versions across the world.
And the bit is, I found them in Swindon. It's there. The camera crew have high-vis jackets on. We can see them from the drone because there's a camera crew there.
Yeah.
Get them.
Feels like cheating.
Yeah, I think it is.
I'll be so paranoid about the camera crew. I'm like, they're not on our side.
No, like, Dave, could you hurry up?
Yeah. Well, now, I would try and lose the camera crew. I'm like, I'll see you in a month.
So
if you get all of your team there and there's just like a really overweight bloke who's a bit sweaty, like, I'm going out in episode 1.
Why do I have to end up with Keith? Large Keith. He's good, but come on. I'm not sure what like the union rules are for like crews, but I think they get day rates rather than a flat fee. So it's in their interest to be working longer.
Right.
So they will be trying to help you out.
They're in on it because they want to pay rent.
Right.
I think if I woke up without knowing where I was...
Oh, yeah.
Like, if there's no people in the entire world...
Yeah.
Pick where you want for your home.
Yeah, don't really matter, does it?
Like in Zombieland, where they go to Bill Murray's house. Live at Bill Murray's house.
Yeah. You can live at Bill Murray's house. I suppose, it's not the end of the world. There's just no people around. So I suppose it depends when the people show up and want their property back. When does Bill Murray show up?
He shows up when they're watching Ghostbusters. He comes down the stairs and then they shoot him because they think he's a zombie. Spoilers, sorry. For
that film that's quite old.
Yeah.
Why couldn't it have been a 12-year-old girl instead?
Why couldn't it be the 12-year-old? There was a 12-year-old girl in that film. Why didn't they get her?
If only, mate. If only.
She hadn't even seen Ghostbusters.
It's all right, Ben. One day you'll see a 12-year-old get murdered.
I don't want that to be a clip.
Hey, The Walking Dead did that.
They did do that. They did that a few times.
Yeah, but the one where they led her to the end of the garden.
Look at the flowers.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
There you go.
Look at the rabbits, George.
There you go.
Bang.
Ah.
Oh, Carol.
Lenny and George.
Lenny and George, Of Mice and Men.
Yeah. So if you're in the same country, I think it's not to eventually see a road sign and you're like, oh, I'm in Cornwall. That's going to be a long trek home. But better get started. Get some scones. And and start walking. Yeah. But if you're abroad, then it's a bit trickier, I think. You've got to find your way to an embassy.
Probably, yeah. Oh, I was going to find bar work or I'll just be like a server, try to earn up some money.
Just go to an embassy and be like, I've been taken. Help! Can you take me back home, please?
I've been Liam Neeson again.
How did this happen? I don't know. I went on a podcast.
I woke up.
For a second, I was on Convo Hat. Yeah. Do you know it? No, of course we don't. Oh well. Yeah, I think that's I think you're right. You got to just find an embassy because there will be one. I suppose if you're in a country that doesn't speak English, and you're just speaking English, sooner or later you'll end up at an embassy. Someone somewhere is going to get annoyed at you.
You get arrested at some point.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and that's a good idea. Do a crime.
Get the interpreter in.
Do a crime. Crime is the answer once again, Ben.
Get deported home.
Get deported home.
Yes,
right.
There you go.
Crime. There we are.
So just immediately clothes off.
Depending on where you are, you might not get to go home.
I was about to say that's
You might be welcomed.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are my people now. The nude people.
The nude people of wherever we are, whichever hemisphere we're in. Ben, would you like to pull a question out? Make it a good one.
I'll do my best. I have very little control.
I believe in you.
Over what comes out. Why is Biscoff everywhere?
Oh, man.
Did they generally say that?
Oh, man.
That's a really good question, guys. Why is Biscoff everywhere?
I'm very sorry that we could... Well, maybe not that sorry that we couldn't find you any Biscoff.
I'm glad you couldn't find me any Biscoff. It is... Well, there probably is some... In this place, property, there probably is some Biscoff somewhere.
No, there for sure is. There for sure is.
Statistically, there has to be.
Yeah. I think there's some Biscoff flavoured rum, but I want that.
Why?
Because it's quite nice. Are you okay?
This is the problem.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Not a fan of Biscoff?
Not a fan of Biscoff.
Okay.
It's more just not that because I hate it or allergic to it or anything like that. I just don't understand why it's in everything.
Yes. No, it is absolutely everything. It's kind of replaced salted caramel.
Yeah.
From like 10 years ago.
Well, salted caramel wasn't a black brand; it was a flavour, so I didn't mind that as much.
It's something about the brand of it.
It's a brand.
Yeah. I like the little biscuits that you'd get with your coffee at hotels and stuff.
But they were like
because that was the only time that you would get them.
and often you just ignore it.
Yeah.
It would remain unopened, and they probably recycle the same biscuit for years.
Yeah. You go back there a decade later, I remember you.
Yeah.
Just go around and initial all of them and go, I found one again. It seems to be something that's just like, this worked for one thing, let's put it in all of the things.
It's when they put it into spread form.
That was the weird thing.
It was the spread form. And then like, Nutella exists, guys.
That's true.
But I think part of the Biscoff thing, and I hate being the sensible one, I think it's because it's vegan, and therefore it can be utilised for more things. And
Yeah, but it's all in like ice cream and
so's Oreos.
milkshakes and shit.
I know, it's too much.
Is Nutella not vegan then? Or is it because it's...
Chocolate. I'm guessing there must be milk in it.
Yeah,
there must be milk in Nutella.
Obviously, okay.
But Oreos and Biscoff are vegan.
Did not know.
Hence part of the universal appeal of it.
Ben
Even though they put Biscoff in a lot of things that are then not vegan.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, they unvegan it.
Yeah.
Here's my Biscoff bacon.
Yeah.
My Biscoff slow rib. No, don't say that like it's a good thing.
It's in everything.
Ben had an Oreo experience earlier today. Would you like to share?
I did. Liam bought, for some reason, for me, a Oreo Coke. Coca-Cola with Oreo flavours.
Is that an American thing? Because I've never seen that in the shops.
I'd never seen it.
It was in the co-op yesterday, and I was like, 3, please, immediately.
It's not really either. It smells just of Coke, and then it tastes of Coke, and then you go, it tastes sort of like vanilla Coke. And then after you've forgotten that you've just drunk something, you go, God, when did I have an Oreo? It's like I think I described it as if you're like a kid's party and you pick up what you think is your drink, and then it's just a table cup and someone's chucked half a biscuit in your Diet Coke.
Right.
I liked it.
You did like it.
I did like it.
You're part of the problem.
I am. No, I accept that. I don't mind it.
Because that's every Oreo stuffed Oreos. Why?
For me, is when if the Biscoff just lived on bakery items and confectionery,
Sure.
but it's unsavoury. People are putting it on burgers and on pizzas and in sausages and things, and I just don't understand because I get tagged in stuff now. So whenever someone
you expressed an opinion on the internet, didn't you?
Whenever someone sees a Biscoff, somewhere that Biscoff shouldn't be, I immediately get tagged in it or it gets sent to me in the DMs. Look at this! Look what we found!
A Biscoff roast dinner. Everything's smothered
One
in
that
Biscoff.
someone sent me was, do you know what paratha? So paratha is an Indian type of bread.
Right,
You
yeah.
get it in the restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
And someone sent me a Biscoff flavoured paratha from a place called Paratha Box in Bradford, which I hate advertising. We should bleep that because they don't deserve it. Fuck you, Paratha Box in Bradford. And then I think I shared it on my story saying this is terrorism. but without tagging Paratha Box or even insinuating it was from there,
Yes.
just the thing.
Yeah.
And then someone must have sent it to them going, is this you guys? And then started messaging me going, we love for you to come and try it. I'm like, you're not getting how much I despise this.
I've just called...
You think this is a joke and it's not?
This man online has just called our product terrorism. Get him down!
Well, because then if they could convert you, then that would be a big story. But
I think
they won't.
It might make the news now.
I've been radicalised.
Yeah, breaking news. The head of the anti-Biscoff cult has rescinded his
The
views.
ABC.
Yeah, it'd be like Farage coming out as pro-immigration. It'd be that big. It'd be seismic.
Yeah, I do wonder if Farage is going to do something like that, just to have like a, I don't know, character development, plot twist. Imagine how many books he could sell.
Imagine how much more TV shows get booked for.
Yeah.
For a short time, and then after that, it's like, oh, you're pro-immigration. That's boring. Boring.
There's, just because it's another very important topic, along with racism and Farage and
Biscoff.
and Biscoff.
And Biscoff.
So the Coke, the Oreo flavored Coke, the inverse is also true.
Coke flavoured Oreo?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. They've done the maddest of collabs. I've yet to try it.
Coke in the Coke labs.
As in there's a biscuit that is Coke flavoured.
Yes,
Oh, is the inside
I
like
assume-
Coca-Cola brown?
I assume so.
Must be. That's the only way you could do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, oh no.
Can't mess with
just-
the biscuit.
Oh, that's going to turn up at the fucking studio at some point, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
A plague on all their houses.
I'm excited to
We
try
disagree with you so much, we're going to quote Shakespeare at you.
it. The ultimate put down.
This isn't what Mercutio died for.
It says specifically in chapter 3, he died because he wanted Nutella. I haven't read it. I assume.
Okay.
Is it all right? Romeo and Juliet?
No.
It's one of the ones.
One
It
of
is one of the
Yeah,
ones, but
with Mercutio in it.
everybody dies.
Everybody dies.
Most people die.
Oh no.
Worse than Les Mis.
Ben, what's his name? His cousin. B. Benvolio? That's not his name.
No, but it is very
Benvolio.
Something like that.
Yeah,
It's around,
Benvolio.
it's around that. It's around that ballpark. He didn't
Yes.
die.
Does he not die? It's been a long
No,
time.
because he's
since
the
I
one at the
watched
end
it.
going, should just let him get married. Should just let him get married, lads. Yeah, he's 25 and she's 14. But we're in Italy
But look, now everyone's
in
dead.
the 14th century, and so no one cares.
Bigger problems.
Yeah.
That's pre-plague, isn't it? I think. No, I don't know.
Which one?
Well, exactly.
1666 was the Great Fire of
I
London, which stopped the plague, I think.
I might have got the wrong century by about 4.
As far as I'm aware,
Only 4. That's,
Yeah.
we're all right about everything.
Yeah.
I feel no need to. We stopped fact checking this show.
We are
so
men
long
on a
ago.
podcast. Everything we say is correct.
Stop trying to bring facts into this. I've noticed something, a little problem that we have when we post clips of the show where I'm talking about conspiracy theories that I find really amusing. It comes across like I totally believe in them.
Oh, it does. And that comes
Okay.
across in the comments.
Does it?
Yeah.
Cool. Uh-oh.
Liam seems like a conspiracy theorist on I'll take
Hey,
that
there's
down.
a market there.
There is
Yeah.
a market there.
That
Can't wait to find them.
can pay the bills.
Yeah.
It's a lot of angry people commenting going, no, you're wrong. Stupid.
It's funny though. It's just there's an alien conspiracy that I really like, that aliens aren't aliens, they're time traveling humans from the distant future. And they're coming back because in the future they've developed illnesses like that we didn't have now, so they're coming back to get resources to make medicines. I just think it's fun. I don't necessarily believe any of it. But the clips imply that I do.
He always cuts it off just before he goes, and I don't believe any of that.
It's obviously rubbish, but hey, oh well. You'll learn all about that. Podcast clips, misquoting yourself for fun and views.
I'm looking forward to it.
That's the game. Chaps, we are at time for this episode. I have
wow.
I have 2 episode titles to choose from, but we're going to get there in a second, right after we talk about where we are online, what we're up to. Tez, what is the best place for people to go online to find out where in this fine country you are going?
Just at Tez Ilyas everywhere, but
Lovely.
Instagram mainly.
Yeah, cool.
Somehow has become the nicest one.
Yes, it has.
Some all the toxic people have gone to TikTok.
Yes. Yeah, they have.
They've all gone to shout at people about their conspiracy theories, haven't they, Liam?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them have. Yeah, you're quite easy to find online,
Yeah.
which is handy. Ben, samesies, you're not on tour. But
I'm
where are you
I'm
online?
not on tour. I'm on this chair. Online, I'm also on Instagram at Spike Pearson, Pierson.
I feel like that's not as easy to find.
No, that's why I have to spell it. There's pictures of food, mainly, that I go out and eat or make. I'll also be on holiday by the time this comes out, again.
What's your preferred mode of eating food, inside or out?
like al fresco or in a
Yeah, whatever. I
build.
don't know, it's filling time.
Depends on the food. And ice
Okay.
cream's always nice if you're out.
Right.
But if it's cold and you want some like nice hearty food, inside.
Cool.
It's not a question I thought you were going to.
What question do you think I was going to ask?
I don't know. I'm never sure with you.
Fair enough. I'm at LT Guitarist on all the places. I do quite like Instagram. I have music out. It's
Out.
Is it all right?
Yeah.
It's fine, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's
Thank
good.
you. Good. I
I
appreciate
think
that.
it's great.
Wow. I really thought you were going to say shite.
Pop that on the next album.
Yep. It's Tez says it's all right.
It's great.
It's great.
I said
Tez
great.
Ilyas.
You-
No,
oh, yeah.
I said great. God damn
I
it.
instantly.
You should listen more and have more faith in yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do either of them. Whoever you are.
That's what Kim Jong Un tweeted yesterday. You should believe in yourself more. And you know what? For me, that was the right time to hear that.
Wow.
Do you follow him on
I
Twitter?
don't. It's retweeted into my timeline, and I thought I needed that today. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you to him and to whoever retweeted it into my timeline.
he's a good egg.
Yeah, it's, you know.
Does look a bit like an egg, doesn't he? Lovely, chaps. 2 episodes. Oh, I guess also if you want to find the podcast at Convo Hat Podcast, if you're listening to this going, I wonder what these 3 people look like, you can find out Convo Hat Podcast, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, a 4th one? Yeah, probably.
OnlyFans.
Sure, why not? Why not indeed? Chaps, I have 2 titles I've written down that we need to democratically elect. We can have 1 title, 1 subtitle. Make way, Rogens.
Like that.
I like that one.
Or, this is going to be hellish to say, Biscossages. It's a portmanteau of Biscoff and sausages.
Yeah.
Biscossages.
I like the first one because
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that will annoy the right people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
And then if you
agree.
have Biscossages, was it?
Biscossages.
As a subtitle.
Yes, lovely, we can do
Yeah,
that.
people were like, oh, God, what's
Wait.
happening there?
What's
They're
happening now?
taking on who? What are they using?
Tez, thank you so much for your time, mate.
Thank you for
Really
having
looking-
me.
Yeah, really looking forward to seeing the show tonight. I'm sure it will be great. I have a great album, you have a great show.
I'm also here.
Ben's also here, doing fine. Nice one. Yep, that's the end. I'm going to press stop now.
Goodbye, pod babies.